Okay, somebody asked me to do a video on this comet or Planet X or elenin, um, and give my perspective about it. Okay, everything, um, well, everything that you think is true is not true at all. It's like every science is like 90% correct and 10% lie. Just look at it that way, that everything that we know about reality is 90% true and 10% a lie, making the whole thing a lie. But to be able to figure out, at least what I've been able to figure out, and it came from reading an awful lot of shit that a lot of people think that I need to read another book. And it's like, already been there, done that. I can't read anymore. I've already read enough to see the puzzle. And it is everybody's sciences are contradicting itself. So if you had all information and you take out the contradictions, what you are left with is something pretty completely different. But what we know for sure is that whatever is in the quantum world, the very, very smallest of everything that exists, is exactly the same in the bigness of our experience. So that means that within the quantum world, whatever's going on there, you're going to understand what's going out in your universe. So if you want to understand something that's going on in the quantum world, in our cells, if we want to understand something there, then all you have to do is look in your bigness of your world, the universe, the galaxy, and see what's going on over there. And whatever rules you apply, whatever science that you're using to perceive, hey, this is what's happening out in the universal world, then the same rule has to apply in the quantum world. So if you want to understand anything that's going out in the universal world, then try and understand something in the quantum world. Because if that works, it's going to be the same thing. They are mirror images of the exact same thing. A lot of people don't know that. So what basically happens is, first of all, where does a thought come from? It just pops into your head. It comes out from another source, an idea. Any thoughts you get is coming from some other place. It's not you. It's coming from another place. And it's like you're getting your information from a negative source or you're getting your information from a positive source. Where you get pulling the information that is drawn into your head, that you get this good idea that tells you what to do, is based on what is inside you. If you are more loving and peaceful and ask, well, basically we all are asking information. You ask yourself questions all the time. Should I do this? Should I do that? So you technically are asking for answers. And if your heart is pure love, you get perfect information. If you are lacking love, it's all about love is either you have it or you're lacking it. You're a love being. That's the only reason your heart pumps, is because of that love energy. And sometimes that heart beats because of a lack of love that it's trying to fight to get. But it never really seems to get anywhere because it's lacking love. So when you're in a lacking love state of being and you get information, how you find solutions to everything is going to be wrong because you're lacking love. And every one of us on the planet, including me, is in a state of lacking love. So it's like we're in this negative state of being, getting negative information, thinking it's true, and then we create. We put energy out into the world and we create. So when you go out and you create an economic system or a government system, it's all based in fear. It's all since all humanity is lacking love, and The human experience is about developing love. That's why we're here, is to develop our love experience, to learn what love is. And so that's another story. But if you see that where you are at is where you're pulling information out and then you put it out into your universe. Now, your skin, everybody wants to say you're just a container in here and it's just a temporary. No, this container, like your spirit, is designed to live forever. It's designed to transform into something else, not through death. Death is a way of saying you didn't have that love yet. But with love, there actually is a gene in the human heart that's similar to caterpillars and moths, that, and it's not found in any other animal, but apparently the human body has a genetic gene that can transform us. So it's basically, we're like caterpillars that has the potential to turn into angels or butterflies. So it is what we are supposed to transform into, but you need the body to get there. So if you die, you're only dying from the lack of love in this human experience. And so what is inside you is going to affect the outside of you, your skin, because your skin is your mirror image of what's inside you. Your DNA will tell you what color your skin is. Your DNA will tell you how high you are, how big you are, how small you are. Everything that makes you who you are is your DNA. Your DNA is your thoughts. What you think about is what is creating everything that is making who you are. So basically, this human form is nothing but a lie because it's created, the human body right now is created based on the lack of love experience. So once we find out truth, trust me, the body changes. Everything about everything changes. So take that distance out a bit, that what you think inside your head creates your DNA, which creates your body. You can actually change your DNA by changing your thoughts. You can be really, really overweight, and you'll have the peptides and proteins that will constantly perpetuate you to have more of the obese gene that can be genetic, that you will have kids that have the same thing. But you can change your weight by changing just some beliefs and some habits and, different lifestyle. You just change your life and you can change the shape of your body. So everything is possible to change. But what I want you to do, because we're talking about planets in the universe, is to see that it's coming from source. Source goes to skin. Skin goes to your relationships, the room that you're in. Then it goes globally, within your towns, your communities, and then it gets into your countries and then your globe. What you are doing is going out and creating things that are experienced in our world. Now, what you put out there, like, trust me, if I go and hit somebody, or better yet, let's use a real experience, I go and murder in a war a family. They're going to react. They're going to get a little pissed off. They're going to come at me. It should be common sense. You go and do harm to somebody, they're going to come home and do harm back to you. So it is, everything is causal. The thing is that you got to see you're putting something out and it comes back. It is like a karma. And we've heard the word karma all the time, and you can't be really in denial of karma because we are in a causal world. You can't escape karma. So if your karma, your energy, what you put out that builds, because we're creators, what you create in your world doesn't stop at the planet. It is affecting the sun and it's affecting the galaxy. So what we are putting out into the world is coming back at us. So when you see comets coming at you, it's because we are putting that out there. And all that shit that's out there in the universe, it happened a long time ago. It's time. It's the that is the distance of time. Time changes when you're on this planet to when you want to go a certain distance. We're talking light years. The distance in traveling changes time, and the speed of light. And how we view everything is with the speed of light. So by the time light goes and shines on that comet and then ends up coming back so we can see it, it's happened way before we see it. We are seeing it at the speed of light and not at the speed of real time. So anything that's out there, it's not like it's happening right now. It already happened. Um, But that's why the stars and the moon can tell your horoscope, because it's a reflection of you. Um, and when I see people say the end of the world is coming, when you put the energy out there, the end of the world is coming, well, you pretty much need to create a reason, something that's going to end the world. So, I mean, you are a creator. You do need to know the power of your own strength. So when you go out into the universe and say the end of the world is coming, then you're going to create a comet that's going to come and destroy your planet because you wanted it. You put that energy out there and the universe will respond. You are manipulating matter, particles. And it doesn't matter whether it's your skin or whether it's the galaxy. So it's kind of really important to watch the kind of words you say. Because if you want to say the end of the world is coming, you are creating the end of the world. And I know that most people are saying it's the end of the world, you need to wake up. Basically, when people are saying it's the end of the world, it's that you want to wake people up to stop doing what it is they're doing. But the people that are saying, hey, you gotta, are doing the very thing that's wrong, you can't really see it yet. So I would never, ever, ever in my wildest days ever say the world is going to end, because then I'll be participating in creating that. I will move particles that will create that reality if that's what I want. And because there's more of us, the ones that are saying it's not going to be the end of the world are going to be the ones that survive it, because we are not creating it. Only those that are saying it's the end of the world are going to be affected by it, which means most religious people are going to end up dying because they all want to die. If you listen to what they're saying, they really don't like the human experience. They want to die because that's where peace is. So they think, but they're not exactly right. Heaven, what is heaven? That's when anybody wants to get to heaven. You want to die and go to heaven? It's because you have this wish to live a life that's loving. And you think the loving world is in heaven, yet it's our human experience to create heaven. So most religions are all saying we're going to die, it's the end of the world. And if you look in the Bibles and you know what predictions are, it's not a prediction, it's a creation. As soon as you put in a Bible, the world is going to end, you create the mentality that puts it out there, the world's going to end, and then you create the destruction of all man. So it's that's why I'm kind of really trying to let people know I'd be putting your Bibles down, because like karma, you're going to get that and you ain't going to be happy, because it's like if spirits are people are dying, they're dying because of their sins, because of our global sins. And just because you believe in Jesus, that ain't going to help you, because that there's just zero logic sense to that. I mean, what if somebody didn't know about Jesus? What happens to them? How is it better that I can do a sinful act and not believe in Jesus and I'll go to hell, but somebody else can do the exact same act, believe in Jesus, and get away with it? It don't make any sense. And I don't see any of them sorry for any of the sinning that they're doing. Most people are saying, I admit I'm a sinner, And their idea of repentance is just saying sorry. Yeah, I had an abusive ex that constantly said sorry. The actions, the abusive actions never stop. So just saying sorry to Jesus is like saying you keep on doing what you're doing. But that's my take on the universal world. Same with aliens. It's like if you want to find an alien, look on your skin. You'll have just as much chance finding an alien on your skin as you would in the galaxy. Peace out.